James, I've been listening to native English speakers lately, and I'm having a hard time understanding some phrases they use.
I totally understand, Sophia. Native speakers often use slang, idioms, and informal expressions that can be tricky for learners.
Exactly. I hear them say things like "what's up" or "catch you later," and I'm not sure how to respond properly.
That's a great example. What's up? Is a casual way of asking, how are you? And you can reply with not much or I'm good.
That makes sense. What about "catch you later"? I always hear it when people are leaving.
Catch you later is just a casual way of saying goodbye. You can also say see you or take care.
Oh, I see. It's interesting how casual phrases can mean so much in conversation.
Absolutely. Native speakers often use these shortcuts to keep conversations light and easy. It helps them communicate faster.
I can imagine. Do you think it's important for learners to understand these casual phrases?
Yes, definitely. Knowing casual phrases will help you connect better with native speakers and sound more natural.
That's a great point. What are some other common expressions that native speakers use in everyday conversations?
Well, another common one is I'm just chilling. It means the person is relaxing or not doing anything special.
Ah, I've heard that before. Is there a similar phrase for when someone is busy or working?
Yes, they might say I'm swamped or I've got a lot on my plate. It means they have a lot of work or tasks to do.
That's good to know. So, native speakers tend to use a lot of figurative language, don't they?
Exactly. Figurative language, like idioms and metaphors, is a big part of how native speakers express themselves.
I see. Can you give me an example of a metaphor that native speakers often use?
Sure, for instance, it's raining cats and dogs is a common metaphor meaning that it's raining very heavily.
Haha, that's funny. I never would have guessed that's what it means.
That's the fun part of learning idioms and metaphors. They often don't make literal sense, but they add color to language.
Absolutely, James. I feel like I'm starting to get a better grasp of how native speakers communicate now.
I'm glad to hear that. One more thing to keep in mind is how native speakers use contractions in casual speech.
Oh, you mean like I'm instead of "I am" or "don't" instead of "do not"?
Exactly. Native speakers use contractions all the time to make their speech sound more natural and relaxed.
That's helpful to know. Are there any contractions that are harder for learners to understand?
Yes, some contractions like gonna for going to or wanna for want to can be tricky for non-native speakers.
I've heard "gonna" before, but I never understood it completely.
It's really common in casual speech. For example, I'm gonna go to the store means I am going to go to the store.
Got it. So, it's just a more relaxed way of saying things.
Exactly. The goal is to make conversations flow more easily. Native speakers tend to shorten words to save time and effort.
That makes sense. Are there any other examples of contractions I should know?
Yes, another common contraction is should have for should have. It's often used when reflecting on a past decision.
Ah, I see. So, "I should have studied more" means I should have studied more.
Exactly. By using contractions, speakers can convey their message more quickly without losing any meaning.
That's really interesting. So, native speakers often choose efficiency in their language.
Exactly. And understanding these shortcuts can help you feel more confident when speaking with native speakers.
I can already see how it would make conversations easier. Thank you for explaining all of this.
No problem, Sophia. I'm happy to help. I hope this episode has made understanding native speakers a bit easier for you.
Definitely. I'll pay closer attention to how native speakers use contractions and informal phrases.
That's a great plan, Sophia. The more you listen and practice, the easier it will become to understand native English speakers.
I'll definitely keep practicing. Do you have any tips for improving my listening skills?
Sure, one great way to improve listening is by watching movies and TV shows in English without subtitles.
That sounds challenging, but I'm up for it. I'll try watching a show in English and see how much I can understand.
That's the spirit. The more you expose yourself to natural English, the better your listening skills will become.
I'll definitely give it a try. Thanks for all your advice, James.
Anytime, Sophia. I'm glad I could help. Let me know how it goes.
I will. Thanks again, James. I feel much more confident about understanding native speakers now.
You're welcome, Sophia. Keep up the great work and don't hesitate to reach out if you need more help.
Will do. I'm looking forward to the next episode.
I'm glad to hear that. Just remember, practice makes perfect. Keep listening to natural English, and you'll improve faster than you think.
I'll keep practicing, for sure. And I'll also try speaking more often with native speakers.
That's a great idea. Speaking with native speakers will not only help you with your pronunciation, but it'll also help you learn more informal expressions.
Yes, I've noticed that. Sometimes when I speak with native speakers, I hear words or phrases I've never encountered before.
That's exactly the benefit of speaking with native speakers. You get exposed to new vocabulary and authentic ways of speaking.
That's really helpful. I think I'll start engaging in more conversations with native speakers.
You'll do great, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's part of the learning process.
Thanks for the encouragement, James. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, Sophia. I'm always here to help. Remember, the more you practice, the more natural your English will become.
That's good to hear. I'm really excited about continuing to improve my English skills.
Keep that excitement. It's key to staying motivated. You're on the right track, and I can tell you'll make great progress.
Thank you so much, James. I feel like I've learned so much from this conversation already.
You're doing amazing, Sophia, and remember, every conversation helps you improve your skills, even if it's just a little bit at a time.
I'll remember that, James. It really helps me stay positive about learning English.
I'm happy to hear that. Keep up the great work, and before you know it, you'll be speaking like a native speaker.
That's my goal. I'll keep practicing every day.
That's the best approach. Consistency is key. I have no doubt you'll reach your goal.
Thanks for all your help, James. I really appreciate everything you've shared with me today.
You're welcome, Sophia. Keep going, and don't forget to enjoy the journey of learning English.
I will, James. Thanks again for everything. I'm excited for the next episode.